Let's go for international news now. And President Akufo-Addo is asking feuding factions in the Togolese political crisis to exhibit a spirit of compromise and accommodation to resolve the impasse that has so far claimed 16 lives. Governments and the coalition of opposition political parties made up of 14 parties are held up in a closed-door meeting to find a solution to the political stalemate. Issues of adoption of the time limit for the president and others are key on the agenda. At the opening session of the dialogue, President Akufo-Addo said the future of Togo lies in the ability of factions to move the interest or to put the interest of the country first. Presidential correspondent Elton John Brobe was with the president and reports. Okay, so Elton has joined us on the line now. Elton, tell us more about the issues on the table.
Well, the issues are not so many issues that the opposition parties in Togo are demanding. They just want, time limit for the president. At some point in their demands, they demanded that foreign assembly must go. But it appears they backtrack on that. What they are now saying is that they want time limit. But there's also another demand. Government's position is that the time limit must take a retroactive effect, which means that foreign assembly, who's been in power since 2005, when his father, Yasingbe Yanema, died, would have the opportunity to contest the 2020 and 2025 elections. And the opposition parties here, they've rejected this particular demand from government. According to them, the Iyadema dynasty, which has been in power since 1967, have had enough, or as far as Togo is concerned, and they want him to be out of power and allow the playing field level so that the 14 opposition parties can have the opportunity to contest the election. We can listen to them more on their demands.
Well, Elton, what else has the president been saying?
Well, President Akufo-Addo is leading this dialogue. For him, he has no position as far as the matter under discussion is concerned. He's only come here to ensure that the government and the opposition members are able to reach a compromise and then to chart a new way forward as far as the future of Togolese politics is concerned, and that they should do away with their own entrenched positions and look at the interests of Togo in reaching a decision. For now, they are held up in a closed-door session. Once they are done, we will know the community going for as far as resolution of this particular matter is concerned.
So, Elton, tell us about the demands of the opposition coalition.
The coalition, they want time limit, a restoration of the 1992 constitution that says that a president elected will have a five-year mandate, after which he can seek a re-election. Once he's exhausted the 10-year mandate, he will have no opportunity to contest the presidency. And that was thrown out when the Yadema was in power. They want the restoration of this particular, clause in the constitution in resolving this political crisis. The opposition, they'll be speaking more to join you.
It's the only thing we need in Togo. We want our constitution, 1992 constitution, to come back. Because without that, anybody can stay on power for life. That's why we don't need. So with this constitution, Fanya Singbe is not going to stand for the election again next 2 years, 2 coming years. That's why we need. We need is not complicated. So this is very simple for us. We need our constitution back. This constitution was voted in 1992 by 98% of Togolese. So this is very simple for us. If you go to Togo, you see everybody say, Fanya Singbe must go. Even the whole world, the Togolese diaspora is on the streets each and every day. And everybody say, Fanya Singbe must go, because 51 years of dictatorship is too much. It's unacceptable. And you have to know that Togo is the only non-democratic country in the West Africa.
That's it for international news. Keep watching Joy News Today.